I'm gonna do a little test stream right now, a little experimental version of the quick tips. So I'm gonna do a little draft and progress. Actually, it's not even in progress. We're just starting with a template. Maybe we'll play some stuff through Osmos in a second. Start with some loops, and then what I'm going to do, once I've got a few people in the room, we're going to go through, use some of the tips, and I've got them right here, the new card deck. So we're going to apply some of the tips and see what happens. All right, let's start this thing. I got some good Oliver loops. I got some Oliver loops here. Very basic loop. Got some arps. Welcome, Monica. I don't know if you hear any crazy slapback, but let me know, and I'll just put headphones on. So we're trying a little experimental thing here with the stream, because I'm going to put, actually the link is up for the card deck, the 3D printed version of the card deck. So if you hit that QR code, if you scan that QR code, if not on your phone, or if you're watching this on a different device, see if that little link works. But there's only 20 of these, so that's the plan. I'm gonna print these one by one. I've only got 2 printed. And the cool thing is, you put the cards here. Hopefully you'll see all this with the green screen. This little lid can only hold like 4 of the cards, which is really more than you even need to focus on. So I'm going to put these here and kind of make these a focal point for what I'm working on. So first I got to start building something and just see how it goes. And then I can use the cards to get some ideas, put them into action here. Because there's nothing in here. This is a kick drum, and now we got a loop. And I'm just going to start auditioning sounds and see what happens. Really overuse that sound. This is beautiful though. Omnisphere. And then I have Osmos over on the side here. Let's see, can you hear that? Yeah, you should be able to hear that. And I always gravitate towards playing in C for some reason on piano, and then E on guitar. And if you couldn't tell, I'm using a green screen, so my green tea it's getting keyed right out. Oh. There we go. So I'm just gonna start auditioning some sounds. Let's look at some more of these Spectrasonic sounds. Oh, nice. Thank you, Mark. Glad that works. The sounds in Omnisphere are just insane. Absolutely insane. And the only other insane part is managing your presets. So I have them ranked here. Some of them are great for just sequences for seeds of ideas. Let's keep going. Looking for something that'll jump out at me. Those are great for just getting initial progression going. Actually, I'm going to do... So I have some sounds saved in the presets here, just some starting points. Good ARP sounds. That's classic. Some good punchy serum ones. I'll put my headphones on so I can crank the volume a little more. Let's go. Quantize. And maybe do a little variation just in case. Oops. Just gonna repeat those drums. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little delay on there, just have a little more space so I can kind of play less notes, but still get some of that rhythm going. So I'm just going to do a brief session. It's going to be like, I got time for like 30 minutes maybe, doing a little dry run. So I just put the link is active for the quick tips. And the whole idea is I just want to show a way to present the cards, how I would use them, the whole intention of using them in the process. So like, this card right here, the human element. If your song is instrumental, what element of your song represents the human voice? So I would probably do that with the lead, and I'll use some sort of vowel sounding lead, maybe on the Osmos keyboard in a little bit. But I'm just going to get this track going so we have a little something to play with. So I'll probably put a little sidechain on there just to get it pumping. I mean, it's not there yet. I'm trying to combine and kind of comp together my favorite parts. Okay, so I'm kind of in my head, I'm hearing maybe some pads, some supporting elements. So we're in G. A lot of effects going on this one. Okay, let's see. Got this really cool spectral plugin that is an Ableton Spectral Resonator. It's awesome. It adds a weird delay. Let's take some of these delays down. Clashing in there. I'm just going to simplify these effects going on here. What is going on? It's just, I want something a little shorter. I'm gonna kind of round off the envelope so it's not, it's a little more done down. Get a bass line in there. Go there. I try to play as much as I can and then just go and just correct the little bits. Whoa, way too much reverb. Should be monophonic. I think it's polyphonic. Yep. off. Replay it. Let's see. Just another day of throwing paint against the wall. Do. Sometimes you hear the pitch of bass and your ear just doesn't pick it up. So what you do is you pitch it up an octave. Oop, that's not an octave. See, I was off. It's off. Usually Ableton will record that. These cards. These cards. We're going to get to the cards in a second. A lot of times Ableton will save that. Oh, it didn't do it. Usually you can take it. If you're not recording, it'll save a take. Getting there, getting there. Okay, let's pitch that back down. It's missing something. Okay, let's bring this back down an octave. Probably gonna need something a little higher. It's getting busy already. think that should record it. Let's see. Come on, Ableton. Did you record it? Kind of like that. Let's just play it live. That last part just could be a little hookier. Just keep trying. Dun, dun, dun. I want to have like one little variation where it's you're not resolving it too easily. And if it just goes back to home, back to the one, it's kind of boring. But so I want a little tension in there. Okay, so I'm kind of hearing now something a little more rhythmic ARP. That's just to push it along. Can you guys hear that sound okay? That's the new keyboard, the new Osmos. Hopefully you can hear that. Let's listen to some of these. Like a double of that. Why am I hearing a double? Here, let's turn this off. Cool. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy synth. I need a top-down cam for this synth. Okay, oops. Let's do this. Let's see if I can play it live. Ooh, I don't know, it's a lot of latency. Can't see is that you can play vibrato on this. Just wiggle the keys around. Okay, so I'm going to attempt to play this live with no quantization, and we'll just see what happens. Is this the one I want? Let's see. Oh yeah, I'm gonna add a new track. Let's record this in Osmos. Okay. Okay, it's good enough. I got some bits in there. It's all pretty dry. It needs some love. Let's put some delay on there and delay and reverb. Okay, so what I'm going to do, it's a little unorthodox. I'm going to put these through Melodyne, because I played it live, which is fine, but I want to just correct the time a little bit. So hopefully nothing blows up. Up there. I don't happen at the end there. Okay, so this breaks down all the little notes. I don't want to change the pitch because it's doing some cool bends, but maybe I can straighten out the timing. Let's see what 100% sounds like. If I can, I'm going to test against the metronome. Okay, I think that's close enough without losing too much quality. So it's super busy. There's like a couple leads competing, but we're just getting ideas, just putting paint on the wall. Okay, we're getting some of the main building blocks here. I'm kind of hearing a little more detuned bass. Maybe an 808 bass. Interesting, it changed the tempo on me. Undo. Sidechain on the bass. already sort of accidentally applied one of the cards, human elements. So what I like to do lately, and I did that by playing the keys unquantized. We pushed them a little bit in Melodyne, just slightly, but you can add more of a strum, so not all the notes are firing at once. That's really key. You just can't have all the sounds taking up all the bandwidth at once. So human element. So part of this is what is representing the human voice? What's sort of creating that human hook that you want to hear? So it can be a talking bass line or a melody or something rhythmic. So maybe I'll mess around with some more rhythmic things. There already is sort of that little pedal steel sound coming from the Osmos is the human element because it has this vowely sound to it. So let's solo that. So it's sort of singing. That's what I love, that sort of expressiveness of pedal steel and sounds that are like that. Okay, next card. Don't bury the lead. So this one, it's let the lead shine. Use foils. Use secondary parts to complement the lead. So right now, there's some competing leads going on. So going to figure out what we're going to do about it. They're competing because they aren't harmonizing and they aren't doubles. So sometimes you can have a couple leads, but you kind of want to let the lead be the lead. So let's take a look. And one way you can deal with that is if you have multiple leads, you can use arrangement to spread those out to different parts of the song. You can also take a lead and add rhythmic effects and chop it up. A bit of reverb after that to just add a little tail. Nope. Let's see. You can always automate that little filter. Triplets. Okay, so, and if you're just joining, so this is this new special box. I printed this in the other room, learned the dark art of 3D printing, which is surprisingly challenging. So made a custom box. These are done one at a time. And I wanted a way to store the cards in something a little more durable than the tuck box. So there's 20 card decks left out of the 300. This is like the third printing I've done. So that's what's happening. If you scan the QR code, you can buy that. I'm going to start shipping them out. The store is live right now. So yeah, 20 left, and it's all printed by me. I even do some like super gluing to get the badge on there. And if you want some custom colors, I could do that too. But right now it's kind of this purple, the shiny purple and blue multicolor. Oh yeah, and look at this. On the other side, there's this die cut thing. So you can go through the tips and, you know, get a little sneak preview of what's in there. Kind of sparks your creativity. But the idea is that this can stand up in your studio, unlike the tuck box. You could have a couple here. This is like your short-term memory and your long-term memory. And you could have little subtle reminders. And if you put too many tips in here, it falls over. So that keeps you focused. So it's cool. Fun little project. But I thought, I only have 20 decks left before the next printing. Why not do something special? Do something limited edition. So hit that QR code. Otherwise, let me put the link in the chat. Let's go check this. I'm just juggling multiple screens. There you go. There's a link. Because I know the downside with the QR code is if you're watching this on mobile, on your phone, like how are you going to scan it? Unless you take a picture and then press the QR code. Okay, so anyways, back to the song. I'm going to do 5 more minutes, but this will be more often. Maybe I'll pop on later tonight and do another part of the stream. Let's get that off triplets. I can reduce the effect of that if I want. I can increase it or reduce it. Make it less smooth. That's another kind of human effect. If you want to round off the edges, sounds like it's coming out of someone's mouth, out of their vocal tract. Bus compression on. Okay, I feel like it needs a drone that's going to have this staccato rhythmic element to it. See if we can apply any more cards. We did human element, rituals. So this is an interesting one. What superstitions and stale rituals can you remove from your process? So switch up your instruments, samples, collaborators, and typical session keys and tempos. Who knows? You can make this really slow and totally change the genre of the song. I don't use drones too often, but they're really effective. Let's try a drone, though. Okay, we're in G. Okay, what I'm going to do is freeze that, flatten it, drag it into more of a sustained drone, because that's what a drone is. If it's bass, it's going to kind of get muddy and phasey, so maybe we stick with that high one, and it'll sound more interesting in a second. Okay, check this out. Check this plugin out. This is where it gets some texture and some interesting drama. This BT's plugin he made. It's amazing. So this is like a little chaos machine, but I'm going to put some reverb behind that. I'm going to move that and a little delay. And I just sort of go through these to see what kind of fun textures I can find. But I got to really hear it in the context of the song, other than just sort of staying in a silo and working in a vacuum. like that little descend in the pitch there. So just things you're not thinking of. You're not thinking linearly and logically. You're experimenting and making adjustments and iterating and seeing what happens. But I'm going to move this to the effect rack in a second, or effect bus. So it doesn't have to happen over and over. It could be kind of drony and just part of it. So you could do call and response and have it just for these chunks of these bars. So I'll show you call and response real quick. Clean ARP. Now it's getting busy. We're getting a lot of textures. Okay, so I'm gonna break up this sustained sound a little bit with that my old LFO trick. What I love is you can kind of unshackle this to hertz instead of notes. You could record that automation or do it with a MIDI controller. Okay, let's listen to this through what we have so far, and then wrap up for this part of the day. I might come on later tonight. Yeah, the deck's up now. A deck is more expensive because it takes literally takes 20 hours to print this thing. So it's a little mini robot printer that does it, but it takes a while. But this is a design that I made, custom design using the logo, and a little fun little holder for it. So that's up, it's live on Shopify. And so I think I'll do one more session tonight to kind of flesh this song out, but I gotta go right now and roll. Thank you guys for tuning in. Let's listen to it one more time, then wrap up. Also combining, kind of breaking it down and combining different layers. Just here, when it gets too busy, I like to just pare it down a little bit. Like that. All right, guys, thank you so much. Check out the deck, and I'll try enjoying later tonight and get the song fleshed out.